What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode that is getting weird. It's your boy Omar. We're back. We're doing another ghost video. It's the good times. It's spooky season. It's October. It's probably my favorite time of the year. Christmas is up there pretty good too, but I mean, you can't go wrong with spooky season. You should see my front yard. It's all covered with all kinds of tombstones and chicken wire ghosts and all kinds of good stuff and things like that. So, I mean, it's spooky season. It's good stuff. We're back today with Fearsome Top 5. It's another 8 scary ghost videos that should never be watched alone. It's posted a couple days ago. So we're going to check this out. We're going to see what this has got going. As always, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know how we're doing. Should be a good time. But yeah, let's jump right into this. Let's get right into Fearsome Top 5.
Welcome to Fearsome Top 5. Prepare to get scared as we take a look at
Top 8 scary videos.
Number 1.
Let's see what you got
A
here.
nurse named Nina says there's one room in her hospital that staff avoid whenever they can because it's rumored to be haunted. The call light for this room often goes off, yet every time someone checks, there's no one inside. And since the light can only be triggered by pressing a button, it raises one chilling question. Who or what is pushing it? Curious,
who's pushing the button?
She was away. This is what it captured.
Let's see what we got here. I need to see what I caught on camera. The ending, though. Huh. Huh.
The room was completely still with no one inside until suddenly the hospital bed began to move. The head of the bed started to rise on its own, inching higher and higher with no one around pressing the button. Nina was stunned when she watched the footage back, her skin covered in goosebumps.
Okay, so I gotta say, that one's a pretty good one to start off with, because I've worked in a hospital and stuff before, and I've never seen a bed where like you can do that from like outside the room. You either have to do it next to the bed or with the remote, like the one that you see like on top there that's like hanging over the like the little thing or whatever. Like you can put the bed up that way, or usually there's a button like on the side, like on the rails and stuff, where you can put the bed up that way. Of course, is there ways to like edit this stuff to maybe if somebody was there, you can edit them out 100%. But this one's pretty good. We got a little freaky dude. I mean, you see it all the time. People like to, like when they're laying down, they either want to be up more, down more. You know, patients learn to kind of do it. That's why we have the remote there so that they can kind of do it. They learn to kind of do this stuff on their own. So maybe it's just some old dude who's just, was like, you know what? These beds weren't that uncomfortable. Maybe let me kind of go back to my spot. Let me find my spot. Let me see what the TV's got going on. Maybe it's just one of those kind of ghosts kind of doing his thing. But this one's pretty good. I kind of like what we got going so far. This one's not bad. All right, we're out to a good start. Let's go.
She returned to the room with a coworker to investigate. And once again, the call light started going off all by itself.
And it wasn't the... Well, I guess it was the call light. You can... Yeah, see, there are the buttons on the side there that I'm talking about where you put the bed up.
With the amount of people that pass away in hospitals, it's no surprise that some spirits linger inside. And it looks like this one is still trying to...
So let me see. So like right here, if you look at like the bed there are those buttons on the side. That's kind of how you would put the bed up and stuff if you were standing like at bedside, kind of like with the patient and stuff. The remote itself can also do it as well. The call light, they can call from the remote and stuff. Now where she's looking at in the back there is how that connects to like the actual wall, like the remote itself, how they kind of get everything. So she's probably checking to see if there's some kind of like connection, loose connection or something. Those things can malfunction. We've seen that, but like the bed, I guess you can maybe see it malfunction, do that stuff on its own, but not really. So yeah, all right, let's kind of jump back into it.
Some spirits linger inside, and it looks like this one is still...
Yeah, we got one of those little
in bed.
You know, one of those lingerers, dude. Guy doesn't want to go on. Maybe he's got to go up there and see his wife, and he's like, oh no, I had a couple good years without her, dude.
After midnight, her daughter was saying goodbye thanking a friend as she
Just
got
kidding.
ready to leave.
Just kidding.
But just moments after her friend left, the Ring camera captured something truly strange.
I think I've seen this one. Like on the street. Ooh.
As the teenage girl stepped out of frame, the Ring camera picked up something unexpected. Emerging from the trees, a white shape drifted into frame before darting out of sight. Its appearance is unlike any person.
Ooh, look at this floating bastard just coming across the screen like that. What's up, dude?
Or something that might require a
Look at
bottle
this
of
little
water.
freaking floaty bastard. Let's see if we can kind of back up to kind of get it to stop where this thing's coming out. Maybe. Alright, we'll get it to stop. Let's see, we'll take a look at
Emerging from
it.
the trees, a white shape.
Oh, yeah, look at this little bastard coming through here. Could be a bug, 100%, but dude, we're not trying to discover bugs here. We're trying to discover some ghosts. You know what I mean? So, dude, this one's not bad. I like this. It's kind of just floating. It's kind of doing its thing, almost like it was hiding behind this tree, and it's like waiting for her to get around so it can cut past. And it looks like it's coming back into the house, not following her so much. Ooh, little spooky little floater ghosty, dude.
Drifted into frame before darting out of
That's
sight.
a good one.
Its appearance is unlike any person, animal, or bug Jen's ever seen.
Yeah, usually
Jen
bugs have
wondering
like
if
a
this
like
was
a
possibly
zipping.
camera
They
glitch
shine a little better in the
or
light
something
too.
that might
That one had some like
require a bottle of
translucency
holy
to it,
water.
which is kind of nice. Makes it kind of more believable.
Late one night, a woman named Olivia glanced out her window, and what she saw made her blood run cold. A dark figure was standing outside. Terrified, she grabbed her phone and zoomed in, hoping to get a better look. But things only got creepier.
I think my neighbor and I saw a ghost at the same time. If that's the ghost, that's crazy.
On the side of her neighbor's porch stood a solid black figure. Its body so dark it clearly stood out from the surrounding darkness. Not long after Olivia noticed it, her neighbor did too. He quickly stepped outside to take a closer look, but after catching a glimpse of this figure, he wanted no part of it and hurried back inside. Just as he shut the door, the shadowy figure suddenly looked like it began to sprint, its arms swinging wide as it lunged forward before the footage abruptly cut off. The next morning,
Okay. That one to me, I mean, I saw the like the black figure like right off the rip there. That just seemed to me it was some kind of like exposure thing with the light coming in, like the light's coming from like this side, and like the way it's reflecting, so like that middle part doesn't get like the way the exposure like sets up. Maybe makes that like outline. It's kind of tough to tell. I don't know that the neighbor really was looking at that same thing. He could have been looking at something else, and you put some wording to it and be like, we saw the same ghost or whatever, and he didn't really seem freaked out. He just looked like he was poking out at something and then kind of went back inside. I don't know, but let's see. It says there's more, so let's see what the next thing is.
Olivia went outside, hoping to find any sort of explanation.
Okay guys, my neighbors aren't home, but as you can see, there's no Halloween decoration. So, it wasn't that.
With no Halloween decorations in sight, she still has no idea how to explain the chilling figure that was standing. Olivia hopes she never sees again. No.
That one, okay, scales of believable, not believable. I think that one's just the eyes playing tricks on you. Like when you're got the like I said, going through the camera and stuff. I'm gonna give that one like a 3 out of 10 as far as like whether that's like a ghost or not. Yeah, that one. The first two were decent. The first two aren't too bad. But that one, I think that was just a like light fixture exposure thing. But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe there is a creepy little shadow bastard that's just kind of floating around their outside, just peeking in like a little peeping Tom, just like, hey, what are you guys doing in here? What are you guys doing in here? You know what I mean? So, who knows? But let's get right back into it. Dude.
4. YouTuber Jake Ghost Hunter traveled to New Orleans, Louisiana
What's up,
to stay
Jake?
at the oldest and supposedly the most haunted hotel in the city, May Bailey's Place. Built in 1775, the building took on many different roles over the years, at one point being the first licensed brothel in New Orleans. Haunting rumors claim the spirits of women who worked in the brothel still linger in the building, as well as the ghost of an old man that knocks things off the bar. With the building to himself,
Dude, what
Jake
a
was ready to
bastard,
start his
dude. You're out knocking out my
investigation.
drinks
He
and
set up his
stuff? Dude, that guy's just drunk. That's not a ghost. That's just some drunk guy drunken knocking off my drinks off the bar. What are we doing?
equipment and positioned a cup with a straw on the bar in hopes that
Can't
the
waste
old
booze
man
like that.
knock them over.
I'm gonna get out my second piece of equipment, which is going to be the SPI app, which uses AI to listen for EVPs and spirit voices. The REM pod just went off. The REM pod just went off over there on the bar. I just made a full video. What was that? That was a beeping sound. The REM pod. That means it's detecting heat. Is that the old man?
Dude, every time it cuts out of the
This is
REM
a
pod,
great
I'm waiting
app.
for
We're gonna
the
use it to
I'm
see
waiting
if
for
the
the
spirits want
cup
to
to get
speak
like
through this.
shoo,
And spirits,
like
you can do
flinged
that.
out of there.
There's a stroll and a cup down there, and if you push that off, that would be probably one of the best pieces of paranormal activity I've ever seen in my life. So I would appreciate
See, that's
it.
what I was saying. I'm waiting for it to fly off.
Whoa. REM pod went off again. What in the hell was that?
Ooh.
There's so many sounds, and I don't know if it's a part of like the bar.
Is there an
like
ice
a
machine?
regular
Could it be an
sound,
ice
or
machine
if
back
it's
there?
A ghost just
Kind of sound
twinkling
like that.
around.
Only minutes into his investigation, and the activity in the building is already picking up, mainly around the bar where spirits are often seen.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. So this is a digital REM pod. It's detecting heat again. Right when I was about to do that. This just said shelf, and Jennifer was literally telling me that things get pushed off of shelves. Are you serious?
On rare occasions, they love to shove things off of shelves.
Ooh.
Oh
Show me that video. That's a good one.
My gosh. And what have I been trying to do since I got here? I've been trying to get them to push something like the straw off the cup.
Now, the only thing I'll say with some of these is like when you go into some of these places and stuff, I've seen it where like a lot of these shows do this where like you'll get information of like this is what's happening. You'll see like stuff getting pushed off the shelves and like, or they'll say, you know, we hear this bang or we hear that. Sometimes you have that in your mind and you associate anything else that's going around with something that someone has like they've already told you that that's the story. So he's finding some way to connect that stuff as opposed to maybe thinking like, well, let's rule some of these other noises out and these other like things that are going on out with maybe something that's like could be happening. So I always like when I do watch some of these like ghost stuff when they go out and sometimes they try to debunk some of the stuff that they heard. Like I said, that bang, it sounded like it came from the back. This is a restaurant. They have ice machines. If you ever worked anywhere in Israel, that the ice crashes down. You know, it sounds like crushing ice. Like you can kind of tell, but sometimes you can't depending on where you're at. It could have been that. So right now he's trying to find something about like the guy, the old man pushing drinks off. He's got the cup there. Now if that cup goes flying. Fuck me. Shut up, Omar. You know what he's talking about. This guy's proving the right stuff, right? But like the thing with the shelf, it says shelf. Things get pushed off the shelf. I don't know. It's like it's kind of tough. But that's just me. I find this like I enjoy this stuff. I truly do. I love this stuff. But then I'm always like I always play the devil advocate. The skeptic in me is always like, well, let's figure it out because if you can't disprove it, that only makes the evidence even more that legit. Jesus, I forgot English for a second there.
On the bar. Okay, that is an intelligent response. I'm gonna let this experiment keep running and I'm gonna take the SPI app and head into the men's restroom, which is where people get locked in and locked out. And I'm gonna see if that can happen to me. Oh, it's a creepy ass bathroom. What in the hell? Hello? I'm gonna be in here for just a minute and I'm wondering if you
I'm
can
going
maybe
pee pee.
lock me
Don't
in the
stare.
bathroom.
Don't stare at my wee
Can you
wee.
speak through this and tell me who is shutting people in and out of this bathroom? Are you a former patron of the bordello? Dude, there's somebody walking out of that. I can hear footsteps out there, dude. Who's walking outside right now in the bar? Okay, let me listen to this and then let's go back out there. I'm hearing footsteps right now. Whoa! It like, listen. After those first two questions, it was like it's like someone's mad. And hopefully we're not locked in.
Even when he was playing back his own voice, you can hear that weird ass.
Jake then made
Sounded
his
like
way
mic
up to his room
interference.
into the night, where
Maybe the
guests
way he
have
was holding
reported
his
doors
thumb on the
locking
mic.
themselves, unexplained knocking, and some guests have even reported waking up to see an apparition standing over them.
If that bitch, I'll tell you what, dude. If I woke up and that bitch was standing there, oh lordy, I am gone, dude. I am out, that motherfucker. Hold on, dude. Let's look that. Let's see if we can. Let's find that. Let's see. Oh man, let me show you this.
Waking up to
There
see
she
an
is.
apparition
There she
standing-
is. Dude, look at this ring, bitch. Just left her wedding 100,000 years ago. Maybe 100, 200 years ago. Look at this. If you woke up and this was standing next to you, it's the eyes, because it's the eyes that'll give it away. Like that, the glowing eyes like that would have me gone, dude. That'd be. See ya. I don't even want to know your name, but if I'm gonna guess, she looks like an Irene. Maybe like an Irene, or I don't know. Maybe like a Steph. What are we looking at here? I don't know. What do you guys think the name is? All right,
over them.
dude.
Here we go. And we're in.
That chick's pissed because you were supposed to be at the wedding
The old
200 years
Bordello
ago.
suite. This is where all kinds of activities would take place. I'm still running on this app. We're gonna see if it says anything, but right off the bat, I think we should set up a few pieces of equipment. And I wanna use something that we've not used tonight yet, which is the spirit music box. So I'm gonna throw this on the bed, and basically, if there is any movement whatsoever on this bed, we're gonna know about it. This is a tri-field that detects EMF, and I'm gonna see if we can detect any strange
I
electromagnetic
wonder how sensitive that
anomalies in
app
this
is on your
room.
phone.
May Bailey?
That's pretty sick, though.
If you're here, I would love to talk with you. This is where you would bring your guests up and do things. If you would like to do things tonight, can you touch the device in my hand or sit on the bed, please?
Called it.
Oh my
Called it, dude. Called
Yo,
it.
is that me? Nope. I was standing still. You can see me on that camera, and it just lit up. That was
I would try to do some
insane.
jumping up and down to see if it like affects
Also,
it.
sorry to break it to you, but I have a girlfriend, so we can't do anything tonight. But I will hang out with you. If you're cool with just hanging out, can you sit on the bed and make that play music again? That was really, really, really weird and intelligent.
After asking the spirit to sit on the bed, the motion-activated spirit box eerily went off as if someone sat down. In an attempt to get a more direct response, Jake pulled out a different spirit box and hoped that voices would come through.
Hi, who's here with me? Something about we come from? Is May Bailey here?
I'm gonna.
Ooh,
I'm gonna.
we got a freaky ghost. He said, "I'm gonna f you, dude." Oh man, that's well, it depends on what you're into. That might be your kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Something you. Who's here? Who's in this room?
I was able to point.
I was something.
I was
Is there
here before.
any former ladies of the night here from the bordello? This is an insane response that I did not hear in the moment, but right after I asked if there's any ladies from the bordello that are still here, a female voice comes through the spirit box and says, "Yes, we are here." Is there any former ladies of the night here from the bordello? Is there any former ladies of the night here from the bordello? What the hell was that? That was like a kid. What do you think about me?
James.
James Bond, okay. All right. I'm not, you think I'm James Bond? I'm James freaking Bond.
Yes, exactly.
No! It just said yes, exactly. Oh my, that's because of me. I'm done.
In a strange turn of events,
Dude, okay, so those like those spirit boxes, they're cool as hell, but I'm always so skeptical because I've never seen one in like person. I don't know if you can like just play some recording through it. But when they do respond like intelligently, like an intelligent response like to what he's saying or asking, that shit, I always think, like, to me, that evidence is crazy good. Like, I've seen stuff where they'll ask like names, they'll give them names, they'll ask, like, it'll be ones where people have been there before, like that investigator has been there before, and they'll be like, do you remember me? And I'll be like, yes. And then it'll give them their name, like they physically that ghost remembers that person being there. Like, that stuff's crazy to me. So if it's like real, the voice box, I mean, that kind of evidence is super hard to ignore. I mean, that stuff's nuts. So
Jake seemed to be having a conversation with a spirit in the room, who apparently thinks he looks like James Bond. The responses that
I mean, look at him. He works out.
Or just an extreme coincidence. Number 5.
He could be James Bond. You never know. Maybe get a little British accent. He's got this. Don't doubt yourself, brother.
Dustin has had his fair share of terrifying experiences. He often works nights when things are slow, and when none of his coworkers or any guests are around, things tend to get creepy. But one night, while already on edge, Dustin caught a glimpse of something in the reflection of a nearby screen. Something that made his heart drop.
Okay, so I'm just sitting here watching Scooby-Doo, you know. It has been storming on and off,
Dude,
on
watching
and off.
Scooby-Doo
You
and
can
you
see
catch
there's
ghost stuff?
nothing standing over here, right? But look. What the f*** is that? Like, this is me.
Look at this ring, bitch. Dude, this dude's got La Llorona in his hotel room right now, dude.
Satellite went out because of the
No
storms.
way.
So it wasn't working on the TV anyways.
That's pretty nuts.
And like,
She got closer. She got closer. Oh, look, she's got like a blue jacket, like a white nightgown on, and some kind of blue jacket. The face is kind of blued out also. Obviously, it looks like a female. And it got closer. So, first of all, this guy's way too relaxed. If this is real, this guy is way too relaxed. It's going to be right next to him. It's going to be right next to him. Right? When he comes back around, it's going to be right next to him.
Dustin began recording the empty entryway to prove that no one was around.
That's the correct reaction, dude.
Turned to the left. Something in the reflection of the TV caught his eye.
The only other reaction to that would have been like if you turn is just one of those. Just let him know who's boss. You know what I mean? Just a quick, just what's up, dude? Back up. But other than that, that guy's reaction is 100% the correct reaction. You gotta be gone, dude. Instead of one of these here, you gotta give him one of these, one of those. Those are the only correct responses. Or you hightail it the hell on out of there.
A woman in a white
And he
dress,
hightailed it the hell
standing
out of there.
completely still. Dustin whipped back around, but there was no one there. He turned to face the screen again, and there she was. But this time, standing only a few feet away. After one last look behind him to confirm that no one was there, he looked back towards the TV and his blood ran cold, as this unnerving apparition was now directly behind him. Terrified, Dustin bolted toward the back, desperate to get away from whatever he had just seen. So what exactly was in the reflection? Was it a trick of the light, a ghostly apparition, or was it just one big hoax? You decide. Number 7.
I'm going to give that one like a 6 out of 10. Just because It could be faked. It definitely could be faked. And when there's a if in the beginning of that, or it could, it's a possibility. We have to kind of lower the number. It could be faked. But I'm going to trust that guy. He was a little scared. He took off. He was gone. He was bounced. So I'm going to give it a 6. 6.5. 6.5. That one's not bad.
One afternoon, a mom named Tara was at the park filming her kids as they played on the playground. Everything seemed perfectly normal until she later rewatched the footage and heard something that sent a chill down her spine.
Go! Come on! Come on, go! Come on!
Come on, honey.
I've seen this before in a game.
As soon as the video begins, a chilling voice can be heard in the background. It sounds like someone desperately screaming,
Yelling, "Help me.
Help! Help me!"
Go! Come on! Go! Come on! Come on, go! Come on!
Strangely, Tara didn't hear anything unusual at the time, but her daughter's reaction tells a different story. Sitting at the top of the slide, she suddenly froze, her expression turning uneasy as if she'd heard or seen something that didn't sit right. According to Tara, no one else was at the park that day. It was just her and her kids. So where could that haunting voice have come from? Number 7.
That one's tough because you could tell like she or her other son like didn't hear it. It sounds like maybe something they heard when she played back the video and she was like, "Wait a minute, what the help me." Like, what the fuck? Because if you are a parent, I'm not a parent, so I'm just gonna assume that if I was, and I was at the park with my kids and I just hear some random stranger yelling, "Help, help me," my reaction would be a little different. My kids are both in my arms or somewhere really close to me, and we're trying to figure out what that is, because that is not normal. So they were just, especially your son was just like, "Come on, dude, like let's do this again. Let's do this. Let's try this again." The baby's reaction, he's right, did have a crazy little reaction to that. If it was true that they only heard that later than like initially, if they heard that on like the playback, I mean that's a pretty good one too. That's another 6 out of 10. I mean, that's not bad. That is not bad at all.
A woman named Jules comes from a family of morticians and currently works at a morgue herself. She sometimes posts videos to TikTok to give viewers a behind-the-scenes look into what it's like to work with the dead. But one night around 1 a.m., while she was the only person inside the funeral home, she suddenly heard something that made her blood run cold. As she put her hair up, a chilling sound
That's
echoed
a
from
good
somewhere
one.
in the distance. This haunting
Yeah,
voice
that's
sounded like
definitely,
a creepy woman's
like,
laugh, but 56,000
a pretty solid
people
one
in
right
the
there.
comments agreed that it sounded like a mourning cry, like a corpse realized they died. Jules clearly heard this voice as she immediately reacted, but with no one else in the building, she was left with an unnerving feeling in the pit of her stomach. Number 8. TikTok
That one's
user
kinda tough to
Charles
tell,
Bell
like,
often posts videos of her daily adventure.
That one's kind of tough to tell on like what it was saying, but yeah, 100%. We heard a little like moaning or whatever, like in the background, just kind of like a maybe something like that. So that was pretty good. That one's not bad.
But one video on her account is just a bit different. One day, she was doing a few chores around the house. Her security camera caught something incredibly bizarre.
Something's gonna fucking move, right? We're gonna get something just like tossed around or some shit like that. Hold on, was the cable under or above it?
As she vacuumed the carpet,
It's
one
above
of the
it.
corners spontaneously flipped up. As soon as it moved, she immediately froze, completely puzzled as to how that just happened. Weirdly, she was vacuuming the opposite side at the time, and the cord wasn't tucked under the carpet.
The cord wasn't
This
moving either.
incredibly strange moment made her stop and question, is this f***ing carpet haunted? And honestly, I think it is.
Dude, okay, see that one right there, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's a good one. Like, that one, you can see her genuine reaction was like initial startled, but like, what the fuck? And then you can like see it get to like fear. And like, you can see the cable. The cable is under, it was on top of the carpet, not under. You would think, you know, maybe if it was under, she pulled it and it went that way. It's not. And if you look at the video, the cable itself wasn't moving when. Let's see if we can go back. The cable
Is
itself
this f***ing carpet haunted?
wasn't moving.
And this incredibly strange
See, it's not
moment made her
moving.
stop and question. Is
And then
this
bam,
f***ing
it just
carpet
jumps up. Her
haunted?
reaction is like
And
right away.
honestly, I think it
Boom.
is. Make sure to follow me on Instagram to hear
Everybody
more
follow
from your
Fearsome
boy.
Top 5.
As always, if you enjoy these creepy videos, then make sure to
Yeah,
give
that was pretty good. Be sure to follow Fearsome Top 5. Subscribe to him. Let them know how we're doing. Yeah, see that last one. That one was pretty good. They started with a good one, ended with a good one. That one I'm gonna give on a scale of like legit paranormal good videos. I'm gonna give that one 8 because she's clearly doing something random. Is her reaction to it is pretty genuine. It's like it's natural. You know, you always just see those ones where like you can tell where they know it's coming, and that reaction doesn't seem natural. Her reaction seemed pretty natural. Of course, could you do that with a little bit of fishing wire and maybe stick it through like one of the legs on the other side and have it pull and do that? Yeah, of course you can do that. But I don't think that's what's going on there. I think that one was legit. We're going to give that one an 8. I like that one. We're going to give that one an 8. As always, though, oh, good video. Fearsome Top 5, 8 scary videos you shouldn't watch alone. That was pretty good. Like I said, it's spooky season. It is that time of the year where this is kind of all we want to do is watch a little bit of ghost stuff. There's going to be more of these videos, so there's going to be a bunch of them. I should be making a few of these coming out. Maybe we'll change it up to some alien stuff. Maybe we'll change it up to some other things. But ghosts is my favorite. It's my bread and butter, as he likes to say it. So, as always, guys, if you enjoyed what you saw here, please like, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Please leave a comment. Message me personally, however you want to do it. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, what I should improve, not improve, maybe things I should like try out. It's a growing channel, so I'm kind of growing with you guys. It's growing pains, so as always, please let me know how I'm doing.